kind of like still double digits in the fourth quarter. Just how did you guys pull this out?
Just keep battling. Just keep battling. We missed a lot of shots. I don't really know who really played well, particularly offensively. We had it going in spurts, but just missed a lot of shots. But just keep going, keep battling, keep fighting, and see what happens.
What was your approach with Wemby defensively?
Well, we do play him in a few days.
Yeah, right.
So I can't really say too much, but just trying to make everything difficult for him. That's all.
How big of a challenge is that?
He's unbelievable. Got all the respect in the world for him. Just how he approaches the game, how he plays the game. Unbelievable talent, that's going to be around obviously for a really long time. So, he's a tough challenge for sure.
The number one defense this season before, obviously, I've had a culture of defense. How have you just over these 2 years found yourself to embrace that culture?
I think just like offensively, defensively, just try to play to your strengths. And then I think when you're around a bunch of guys like this who really, compete on that end, it's inspiring, it's motivating. So, I just try to feed off their energy.
What did you feel like offensively you guys figured out when Wembanyama was on the floor? You didn't score much in the first half.
Yeah, I don't know. We still miss shots, but I think we got a lot of second chance points, stuff like that. We made timely threes. Got him, up the floor a little bit and away from the basket. Got him on the perimeter, so just stuff like that.
So what kind of is like the energy like when you have that kind of start where it's 16-0, trying to maintain that positivity to
it's weird.
Put yourself in
it's weird because I'm sure the fans want to sit down. So, you're kind of looking around like, all right, are we going to help them out, eventually? But, we got good looks, to be honest. We just missed them, and I think, kind of got maybe a little too tense or whatever, but, eventually we got it going.
When your front court is you, Jaden, and Nas, it's like all three of you guys could be 3, 4, or 5. Is that flexibility kind of fun to play with at both sides of the court?
Yeah, it's a different look for sure. It's a lot of versatility. Like you said, flexibility, spacing, guys who can defend all over the floor. Our biggest thing is just, defending one-on-one matchups and then just rebounding the ball, and finding ways to help each other protect the rim, maybe not in a traditional way. And then offensively, just playing fast, moving the ball, just, creating spacing for Ant, stuff like that.
Put you down there for a couple of putbacks in traffic and
being
underneath Wemby in the paint.
Exactly.
You were the 5 at both ends.
Yeah, I had, some guards switched on me to a couple of times, so just taking advantage of my size and my strength and, creating plays other ways, when the shot's not necessarily falling.
Julius, the crowd was on fire in there. Just what was it like playing in that environment in a January game?
Yeah, unbelievable, man. We needed it. It felt like a playoff game, to be honest, making that run, coming back in the fourth quarter. Every stop, it seemed like they got more into it. Every bucket or huge shot that we made, they got more into it. So we definitely fed off their energy and, to cap it off with a defensive stop. And, it was electric when, the buzzer went off. So it's fun, man. It makes the games, like you said, it's the dog days of the season, but it makes the games fun.
When you're in the final possession like that, what's the line between trying to guard him as best you can but not fouling?
I just try to show my hands as much as possible, and then not really try to go for pump fakes. Just try to just be there. He's 7'5", so all you can do is pray. Try to get a good contest and pray. So it's I'm not about to sit here and block your shots. So I just try to play solid defense and be physical and try to play without foul.
Julius, before that final play, the Wolves kind of in-arena closed with Jaden right before this play started. I know he asked you a while ago, just what's it like having him be a local celebrity, but what is that like that Wolves fan has kind of been drawn to him so much?
It's fun, man, and I love it. I know he loves it. My wife would say we got to kind of humble him a little bit because he's getting a little bit too, arrogant. My wife picked him up from school the other day, and he got in the car. He didn't say hello. He didn't say anything. First thing he said was, "Mom, everybody saw me on TV last night." And she was like, "What do you mean? Who saw you?" And she was like, everybody saw me. So, he's enjoying it. And then the next game, he came to the arena, he was wearing shades, and he took my necklace and stuff because, he's on TV. So I'm like, bro, all right. But I love it, man. Like, this is like the thing, when I'm done playing, this is what I'll remember the most. These experiences, being able to experience this with, my boys and my wife and my daughter. So it makes it fun.
I saw his mixtape though. Talk about his mixtape he just put out too.
Yeah, he's watching me a little bit too much. Watching me a little bit too much, but yeah, he got a little game to him.
Wearing the 82s though.
Huh?
He's wearing the 82s.
I know.
Hey, come on, you gonna get me in trouble, man. They're on the way. They're on the way. They're on the way.
NIL area.
Yeah.
I just report the news, man.
They're on the way. Just driving the price up. That's all.